Welcome everyone back to Wrestling with Politics. My name is Joel Perez, and today we're going to be discussing some rather shocking news because after raising more than $1 billion, after becoming the most highly funded political campaign in U.S. history, somehow the Kamala Harris campaign has still ended up $20 million in debt. Right now, the Kamala campaign is still sending emails to supporters to help repay this debt, and they're even selling the personal information and private data of their own supporters as well. So there's no limit to how low this campaign will go. They'll literally sell out their own voters for $1. And I suggest you stay tuned to this video because once you hear what the money was spent on, without spoiling any of the juicy details here, let me just tell you the checks were flying everywhere in the last moments of this campaign. And when I use the words paid operative to discuss Kamala's supporters, I wasn't lying. Literally everyone was getting paid. It's to the point where if you were supporting Kamala for free, to be quite honest, I feel bad for you, buddy. You were missing out on a big check. And it's so truly frightening that Kamala Harris was able to get this close to the White House and the highest office in the land. She was this close to handling an economy worth $30 trillion when she couldn't even run a presidential campaign. Again, the most highly funded presidential campaign in history. According to sources, the campaign, hear this, spent $7.5 million per day in August. They were burning through cash like it was nothing here. So I don't even think you can flush money down the toilet this fast. And so just so you can imagine how much debt America would have found itself in if Kamala Harris became president, it's quite revealing that none of this information was available. None of this was revealed until literally the day after the election. No one thought it was an interesting news story that Democrats were literally paying celebrities by the millions to support Kamala Harris. None of this support was genuine. All these celebrities, Oprah, Eminem, J-Lo, countless celebrities, most of them who happen to attend Diddy's mansion. Just conveniently leave that part out though. But literally all of this support, it was all fake. And a lot of these damning details that would have revealed just how incompetent Kamala's campaign really was, all these details were purposely withheld from the public because if we had known any of this beforehand, she wouldn't have stood a chance. And what makes this all the more sinister, but not surprising from the most sinister people in the world, is that a lot of these mainstream media outlets and literal celebrities like Oprah has come out and tried to deny that she was ever paid, but she got caught red-handed as well. Election Commission filings show that Oprah was paid at least $1 million.
Hey Oprah, good morning. How are you, darling? You looking very good. How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election. Thank you very much.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Not true, okay.
I was paid nothing, ever.
What do you think about all the celebrities with their mass exodus?
I'm not talking about it.
Do you think Prince Harry's gonna lose his visa now that Trump's president? Thank you, Oprah.
And sources have now revealed that Oprah wasn't just paid $1 million. Oprah wasn't lying here. She wasn't paid $1 million. She was paid far more than that because it's now been reported that Oprah was paid $2.5 million for her event with Kamala Harris. So where does $2.5 million go? And if you go back and look at that event, it had a very fancy set. There were some very nice chairs, and I'm sure a lot of people were getting paid and a lot of checks were getting handed out. Oprah got contracted and paid by the Kamala Harris campaign to organize an entire event, but she wants to say that she was never paid. The evidence is there that her company got paid $2.5 million. And for as large scale as this event seems, really mean to tell me that it cost $2.5 million for just one episode of Oprah's show? That's an extremely high budget. And what that tells me is that everybody who was there, and if you look at the crowd, watch this interview back between Oprah and Kamala, because if you look at the crowd, it seems like everybody was getting paid to be there, even the audience members. These seem like some of the most joyful people I've ever seen in my life. Everybody has a complete smile on their face. It almost seems like they got handed a $500 check just for sitting in the audience. And I wouldn't put it past them with this insanely high budget. Not to mention, there was $1.5 billion at the disposal of Kamala Harris's campaign, and they ended up negative $20 million. So where did all that money go? It had to be getting spent somehow. And you really mean to tell me that these celebrities didn't want a cut? Yeah, give me a break. Cut me some slack. How are we gonna believe that the biggest liars in the world, the people who have lied to us about literally everything, we're supposed to believe that now they're coming out and telling you the truth? These people expect you to have a very low IQ in order to believe any of this. And that's exactly why the mainstream media is dying. The truth is that these people no longer have any influence over how the American people think. Some might argue that they never did, and hopefully they never will again.